Hello everybody, how's it going? We are in a new game called Captain of Industries. I have never played this style of game before. I did jump into this just to see how the controls worked, everything like that worked. And let me tell you, from the little bit that I played, I enjoyed this game. I really did enjoy this game. So with that said, let's jump right on in. All right, so we need to build a coal maker, which your stuff is down here at the bottom. So we have all of our different stuff and everything is upgradable. You learn, you got research labs that like basically it will research and you will get better upgrades. I have not tried the out of order update, the dozer update yet. They're cruels. I watched Split do it yesterday though. So there's a bunch of stuff here. Modify pillars. I guess I never checked that out. That must be... Is that something that got added? Add or remove pillars from transports. Oh, that wasn't on there the last time when I played. All right, so they want us to build a coal plant. So let's find ourselves a coal plant wherever you are. Research. Coal maker. Is it the coal maker? I think that's what it is, right? I'm streaming a lot lately. Yeah, I just kind of got tired of editing videos in a way sometimes. And there's these games sometimes just easier just to live stream. What's up, J Money? How's it going? I think this is my coal. Yeah, this is my coal plant. Yep, makes me my coal. All right, so you kind of have to be cautious where you place things. So let's give ourselves a little bit of room. So let's actually put this coal plant right there. And then what did it say? We need a smokestack. Need a smokestack. Doing good. Awesome. Great. That's good. All right. So now that we've built that, we have the game paused. So we need to assign 2 trucks to the harvest and start harvesting trees. Okay. So I think we can go to this here. Nope. Let's see. This right here. And there is tutorial things in here. It shows you everything and how to do things. It is very intuitive. There's also a wiki. There's also a wiki page that you can get into. But basically, these machines go out and they cut trees and they bring them back. These trucks bring them back and put it into your coal maker. So I'm going to hit play. And these things should go and take off, right? They're going to grab parts out of here. And then they're going to bring parts over here. So everything costs you parts to build, right? So this one set, whoops. So this right here is going to take 20. So up in the top right-hand corner over here, it says 20 construction parts. So it's going to take 20 construction parts to build that, which is pretty cool. All right, so we need to harvest some trees. I think first off, we're going to hit, is it H? Yep, it's H. We're going to highlight those trees there. All right, hit H again. And now for this, I need to assign 2 trucks to it because that's the task on the left-hand side. And then everything takes parts, maintenance parts, fuel, how productive the machine is, and currently how many people something might take. So, all right, so that's going. The next thing it wants to do is have us produce coal, build a blast furnace, and connect it to the metal caster and smokestack. Okay. So we need a blast furnace. So we need one of these things, right? All right, let's zoom out a little bit and see what we got. We could set some stuff over this way. We'll have to cut some trees up out of the way. Kyle, thank you for subscribing to the channel. Greatly appreciate it. Welcome on in. All right, so this is like a grid, right? So the grid on here, let's see, make sure we get this going in the right way. All right, so ores go in, and then they come out. So then we need the metal caster to that. Let's see, how does this come in and how does this come out? I think you gotta, let's see. I think we need to give it some space, though. So we'll go something like... something like that, I believe. Whoops. Alright, then we need a smokestack here. Like that. We might have to move this thing back. Let's maybe move this thing back right now. So you can delete everything. At least give ourselves a little bit of room for that to work. Okay, so we could slide this over too. Yeah, let's slide that over. Let's delete that. Does it cost us? It doesn't cost us anything to delete, so that's always good. So let's move this over because we got 2 discharges on this thing. So if we move this over, something like that. Then this can come here and over. Alright, so now we need to attach that. Blast furnace needs to transport output molten. Alright, so now we need to build. We got the blast furnace. Alright, so you set recipes. It's 8 currently assigned workers. There's 8 of them. Alright, so produce some iron. So build blast furnace, check. And connect it to the metal caster. We need 2 of those, okay. So do we want to go, can we go like this? Discharge there. I think we want to go like this. Yep, just like that. Alright, then we can take this pipe. Actually, let me see if I got any different pipes in here, guys. I don't know. I think we might, oh, there we go. Pipe connector. Something like that. And then this can go into here. Oh, get out of there. Blocked by pipe connector. Why can't I connect the... Oh, I got the wrong one. I need the pipe. I need the pipe. And that's not the right thing. It's a molten connector. All right, we got to delete that. Goodness gracious. All right, so let's... Is that on the right block? Something right there. Hopefully that guy can get out of there. Maybe let these guys kind of back out of here. Can I have you go somewhere? Like here? And you go here? Out of my way. Thank you. And let's connect that. And then let's connect this. And then this to there. Alright, that's looking good. Alright, so what's next? Produce iron. Okay. So now we need to produce some iron. I don't think we have any iron, so I think what we need to do now is go find some iron, right? Is that what we need to do? So there should be some stuff here, right? I think they should be able to take some iron out of this. Is there anything into this? Does it take... Output is full. What do you mean it's full? Set recipe. The recipe's already set. Oh, we're just waiting on them to build this. There we go. There we go. Now we're getting it figured out. Alright, so now they built the transportation, and now they're creating iron. Alright, so that's continuing on. There's a lot to this game. There's even more stuff up here, but we will eventually get some of that stuff figured out. There seems like a lot going on, but to be honest with you, this tutorial helps you figure things out fairly easy. Tree harvester has no more trees. Okay. So the output is full. So actually the tree harvester is probably fine, because otherwise that's going to lock up 2 trees. So we're getting really close to that. We could... All right, nice. We got some oil production down. Now we got to collect... we will collect some iron from doing this task. We get to collect some stuff. Whoop, and didn't even see what we got to collect. That was my bad. Alright, tree harvester has nothing there. So, next thing we need to do is build a farm on fertile ground, grass. Alright, so where do we want to put this farm at? I'm thinking about actually playing some Roadcraft, not so much SnowRunner. Roadcraft is more, I think, up the lane of this channel, because there's a lot of different things to do. I did actually just purchase the expansion deal. It gives you like new maps and stuff like that. Gives you some tree harvesting stuff. So I was actually watching a guy yesterday play it. So okay, build a farm on fertile ground. All right, where do we want to build this farm? I think we want it somewhat close to over here. Not sure if this is where we want to. I think maybe. Let's just put it right there. So we need to get a farm going anyway. So the farm's going. So they're going to come over here with parts, basically, right? Parts, and they will start to build that. All right, start power production by building a diesel generator. Where's my diesel generator? So if you guys do follow this tutorial, it does just walk you through getting things started, going like that. So that's kind of a good thing. All right, diesel generator is what we need to place. And I think we could probably just put that diesel generator. Actually, I don't think we want to put that diesel generator. Let's put it over here by the coal plant. Let's rotate you. I don't know if that's where we want to really put it, though. So this takes kind of some planning on where we want to put stuff, right? We don't want to just place it now, plop, 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 because eventually you got to start connecting things. Could put it here by this rock for right now. All right, so that's going to need... wait for the first harvest of potatoes, construction parts, start power production to build diesel generator, and then build a research lab. And from what I have watched, guys, the research lab, from what I'm understanding, is you want to maybe put 2 of them down instead of the 1. So... not quite sure. We got some food plots. So I'm thinking the food plots, we'll have to take these trees out, but that flute, we can add another food plot later over here, but we also have to be careful because this needs to expand as well at some point. I mean, we're just trying to get things started off, right? Because we have this whole vast area eventually that we can start mining and things like that. So, all right. Research lab. I think I think for right now, maybe we could just put it over here. The tree harvester stuff is done. These don't really... I mean... Let's put them over... These can always be removed. Let's do something like that. And we're going to put 2 of these down. There we go. 2 of those down. All right, let's see if we can cut that tree down. And I think probably maybe just that one for now. Yes, Roadcraft is fun. Ooh, looks like it's going to be starting lightning out. Which is good, because that's going to give us moisture for the field. There's some molten stuff going on. Build research lab. Wait for the first harvest. Waste dumping station. Build a waste collection attached to the settlement. Design. Okay, so is this the waste dumping station? That is not the waste dumping station. So we need to build a waste dumping station. And we need to attach it. Let's attach it right there. So we got the waste dumping section done. Tree harvester has no trees to harvest. Okay. All right, we got the research lab. Those things are going. Research lab is rocking and rolling. Trucks are leaving. Looks like we need... Well, these are like your stats of how everything's working, right? All right, so collect reward points, food production, build farm for fertile ground from grass, wait to harvest, and we collected 20 or 40. I think those are potatoes and 20 construction parts. So collect that. Very nice. All right, research construction. So we need to go into here, start. So this is your research lab, and everything is upgradable at some point. Let's open this up, and we need to research. Now, this looks very, very, very overwhelming. Okay, so this is not it. There is a lot to this game. The end goal of this is to get to like nuclear power. You upgrade things. This game is very in depth. All right, so we need to first off we need to research the construction stuff. So let's research that. And I think this is where the second research lab comes in place, because now you can research multiple things a little bit quicker in order to do things, right? So you can open this up and let's see, maintenance will probably be trading dock. So this is locked, so you have to unlock things as you go, and you don't have to go like in line. There's like different paths you can take, so very in depth. So we'll wait for that to get done. All right, so now we need to, so we've attached the waste station to the to the housing, which are just cargo containers, which actually are pretty cool looking. So we attached stuff to that, but now we need to designate a dumping zone for waste. Now you can do a couple things. You can dump it straight into the ocean, or we can utilize some of that stuff, and we are kind of in a spot where we are kind of trapped by some hills. But I'm wondering, let's come over here. Let's take those things out. And hopefully that truck comes over here, and maybe take those ones out. We might need to take these trees out, because I wouldn't mind building a ramp up this direction, so that way eventually we can get up top. Let's build ourselves the designated dump spot, right? Where is that one at? Right here. I think in order to do that, let's take a look at this. Okay. So we need to go into, what is that? And you can move this stuff too, guys, and make it smaller, I think. Maybe you can't make it smaller. All right, so we need to go in and actually go to this one. Dumping right here. All right, so this is the dumping. Let's see, and there's directions to this stuff, right? I think. Yeah, it looks like there's directions to this. So right now we are set to just like level ground, but if you wanted to go upward, you can change that, right? So with your keybinds just right above the bottom, right down in here, you can go up to the top. So I think we start from here. We'll go 3 wide and we'll come upward, right? Something like that. Nope, that's not what we wanted. So let's cancel that whole thing. We need to rotate. So R. There we go. Is that going to go up? Like that? I don't know if that's it either. Let's figure this out. Am I doing something wrong? Okay, so it looks like we're going downwards, right? We need that to go upwards, like that. I think this is the right way, guys. Something seems a little off, though. Something seems goofy. Do we need to take a look at that again? So you might have to build out a couple things, is what I'm kind of gathering here. So you might need to like build out a flat terrain, right? Let's see if we can get a little angle here. So this is pretty flat here. So if we go to We'll go like that. All right. And then I think we need to go to F, but we need to rotate this direction and upward. Now, can we go... how do we... E and Q. So maybe we need to start back here further. Let's maybe start back further. Can we go from this direction, though? Ooh, we probably could. Let's go with F, but let's hit F again. I can't quite see which way that's going. So F, but I just need to rotate this, right? So R, and I want to go down. This is downward. Okay. So if we go from this point here over and down like that. Now, do I need to go with these flatter spots right here? So E, right? E and Q bring this up to ground level. There we go. I think that's going to work. So now the grade is going upwards. We'll see how this works. I think we want to get these trees out here as well. So maybe leave these trees. So let's actually cancel those trees. And let's take out those trees and that tree. There we go. All right, so let's get this thing started back up. So everything should be working. Now they are going to be taking basically waste from the... from here, basically, they're going to take the waste because you got to keep them all happy. And they're going to start bringing this all the way over. Let's see if we can... Let's just watch them. So they're going to start bringing this stuff over and start dumping it in this area that we just designated for it. And they are going a crazy route. Watch out for that tree trunk. Okay, he's just going here. So they're going to start... Oh, they're going to start from the top. Uh-oh. I guess I don't know. Maybe... that guy seems like he might be getting stuck. So I think these guys are stopped because there's not enough garbage over there. Once we start mining some things, we can put things that get put over here, like dirt. But the problem is you gotta sift through that, right? So... All right, we got that dump station going. Let's go up here and take a look at this. Build assembly. So we need to start building an assembly. If you'd like to continue the progression and see how this factory develops from here, make sure you guys watch this next video on your screen now. And we'll be expanding production, improving efficiency, and working through the next stages of progression step by step. Thanks for taking the time to watch, and we'll see you guys on the next episode.